When you think of billionaires, you usually think of 60 or 50-year-olds at the top of big pharmaceutical empires. While the second part might be also true, it might surprise you that there are surprisingly young people who have quickly leaped into the billionaire club before even grasping the complexities of puberty. Some of the kids you are about to see have been given riches on a platter of gold, while others have had to work their way to the top. Ryan Brlo. Starting off this list is the American-born billionaire Ryan Brlo. Unlike some of the young billionaires we're going to be looking at, he wasn't born with a silver spoon, but he made sure he was going to eat with one. The 29-year-old entrepreneur has a net worth of $1.1 billion. He has managed to go from being a scholarship recipient to being a billionaire. Let's take a look at how he achieved this. It all started when he was a computer science student at Stanford. He started showing interest in digital currency, and fortunately for him, he and his classmate began to develop a digital wallet that would allow Bitcoin to be used for routine transactions. Although things didn't go as planned since his classmate and investor backed out of that. He dropped out of school and continued working on the wallet. Soon after this, his attention shifted to creating software that would provide one-click purchases for consumers and process transactions for retailers. Then came Bolt. He got his breakthrough from Bolt, and since then he's been thriving. After he and 9 other people developed the Bolt software in his dorm room, he became the company's CEO. After the software launched 3 years after its official launch in 2016, Bolt landed a spot in the Forbes FinTech 50 in 2019, and in 2021, the software went further to claim the number 64 spot in the Inc. 5000. The company excelled, and from the company, the Conscious Culture Playbook was born. The playbook is an alternative to a traditional employee handbook that brings mindfulness principles together with standards for performance and execution. The playbook's website, conscious.org, was launched in 2021 to make the playbook freely available to other companies and startups. And when he isn't busy making money, he loves to dance. He was inspired to start The Movement. By his passion for dance, The Movement is a non-profit that provides free dance classes to make dance widely accessible. It was first made available in Miami, then in New York and Los Angeles. Additionally, he enjoys yoga and meditation. His work over the years earned him the #1 spot on the FinTech list of the top 10 FinTech innovators under 30 in the year 2020. He was also named Entrepreneur of the Year in Northern Carolina in 2021, and a Forbes Retail and E-commerce All-Star in 2022. He is ranked as the 2,493rd richest person in the world today. This is not shocking, seeing that he is able to raise $1.3 billion for Bolt, including $355 million in January of 2022, which valued to the company at $11 billion. His business has grown so much that as of 2022, the company that started with 10 people already had 800 employees. The company has also attracted investors like BlackRock, General Atlantic, and S&P. He currently holds the positions of co-founder and chairman of Bolt, a one-click checkout technology company, co-founder of Eco, co-founder of the dance nonprofit, the movement of co-founder of Love, a crypto pharmaceutical startup, a self-made billionaire is something we love to say. The Anderson sisters. Next on the list are the Norwegian heiresses Katrina and Alexandria Anderson. Thanks to their father's generosity with his money, they both have a net worth of $1.6 billion. Their net worth is largely attributed to the fact that their father transferred 42.2% ownership stake each to Katrina and her sister Alexandria in 2007. Their wealthy father, Jonah H. Anderson Jr., is an investor and industrialist who owns the third company, a portion of which was given to the Anderson sisters. He was the CEO from 1990 to 2012, and since 2012, he has served as the board chairman. With a net worth of $3.27 billion in racing, is listed as the 5th richest person in Norway. In the magazine Capital's list of the 400 wealthiest people, although the father still runs the company and controls 70 of the votes via a dual-class share structure, the sisters are still covered financially. The third of the company, which translates to Journey in English, owns a portfolio of real estate as well as companies in the financial and industrial sectors. Additionally, the group holds a number of venture and private equity investments. The company also owns a stake in a number of ventures including Ferd Capital and Ferd Invest, a Norwegian investor in both public and private companies that makes investments based on those entities' balance sheets. Additionally, there is a Ferd External Managers, a fund of funds that invests in mutual funds, hedge funds, and private equity funds. Ferd Real Estate isn't left out as it manages approximately 70,000 square meters of real estate. Among other things, Ford's portfolio includes private holdings in Swix. Swix is a Norwegian manufacturer of winter sports gear, with its main office in Lillehammer. The range of products by Swix includes ski wax, ski poles, and sports gear. The company also has holdings in Elopak, a Norwegian company that produces gable-top aseptic cartons for milk and other liquids. Johan Hendrik Andersen and Christian August Johansson established the business in 1957 as a pure pack license in Europe. Apart from Alapec, Able is also included in their portfolio. It is a service provider for the offshore wind, oil, and gas sectors of the economy. The business offers engineering, construction modifications, and maintenance through the course of a project. There are a handful of others in which Ford's portfolio has private holdings. Seeing that the company, Ford, runs hedge funds, it is an active investor in the Nordic Stock Exchange and has private equity investments. It is no wonder that the sisters have landed a position on the list. Katrina has managed to land herself at number 1,856 on the Forbes list of billionaires in the world today. 3 years ago, she was the third youngest billionaire on the Forbes list, but as of now, she is the 9th youngest billionaire on the list. Apart from her inheritance, she also works as a sustainability officer at an Oslo-based construction farm, while her sister Alexandria has developed herself in dressage riding. Alexandria is a 3-time junior Norwegian champion in dressage riding and helms. She has also ventured into modeling. She has modeled several times for the equestrian clothing company, Kingsland. Alexandria has also been engaged to American car racer Colin Thompson since January of 2023. The 27-year-old was previously the youngest billionaire on the Forbes list as of 2016, and she went on to hold that record for 3 consecutive years before losing the spot when she was 19. At the time she got her name on the Forbes list of billionaires, years have passed, and she currently ranks number 1,856 on the Forbes list of billionaires and number 6 on the list of the youngest billionaires. Leonardo, Maria, and Luca Del Vecchio. The Del Vecchio brothers each have a spot on the list due to the 12.5% stake they each have in their dad's company. They both rank at number 733 on the Forbes real-time list of billionaires, with $4 billion to their name. The duo inherited stakes in their dad's company, Delphin, along with their other siblings. The name may not ring a bell, but the company has stakes in companies like Luxottica. The company is an Italian-based eyewear conglomerate, and it is basically the largest eyewear company in the world. 62 years ago, their father, the late Leonardo Del Vecchio, founded the company Luxottica in 2017, and the company merged with Essilor, a French company that designs, manufactures, and markets lenses to correct or protect eyesight. Delphin also owns shares in Generali, Italy's biggest insurance company, banks like Mediobanca and Unicredit, and real estate developer Covidio, a French real estate company. The eyewear company is the most famous of all days. The company has been the creative genius behind some of the most famous brands we all know, like Ray-Ban. The company has 2 arms. The first focused on manufacturing and wholesale distribution, followed by retail distribution. The house brands under Essilor Luxottica include Vogue Eyewear, Ray-Ban, etc. Luxottica also makes eyewear under licensing for designer labels like Giorgio Armani, Bulgaria, Michael Kors, Miu Miu, Ralph Lauren, Versace, and the list goes on and on. And we can say that we have no worries about the financial state of the company because, as we all know, the company's revenue and profit are $25.7 billion and $2.3 billion respectively. Luca Del Vecchio is the younger sibling and is 21. He is the son of the former head of investor relations for the company and the ex-wife of the founder, since almost all his siblings are older and he definitely has a shot at striking a balance between the older and newer generations of customers. While his older brother Leonardo Maria is one of the 2 heirs of the father who worked for the company, well, that is not the only thing that they do not have in common, as Leonardo and Luca don't share the same mother. Leonardo's mother, Nicoletta Zampillo, was the last wife of Del Vecchio before his death, and she also became a billionaire as a result of this. She is entitled to a 12.5% stake in the company and also ranks 733rd on the Forbes real-time list of billionaires. The 28-year-old is currently Luxottica's chief strategy officer, and it is expected that he is a part of the team that keeps the business growing. I mean, after all, he has shown that he is more than capable of handling things. Apart from his role as the chief strategy officer, he is also the CEO of eyeglass retailers Salmoiraghi and Vigano, which Luxottica acquired for an undisclosed amount back in 2016. Before his role at the company, he earned a Bachelor of Business Administration degree from Bocconi University. Given their number 818 spot on the Forbes list of billionaires, these siblings' finances have been sorted out. Moving on to the next on the list, just like most of the individuals on this list, his wealth was handed to him on a platter of gall. Kevin David Leman. The 20-year-old billionaire comes in next on this list. The German billionaire is one of the youngest billionaires in Europe, with a net worth of $2.7 billion. His net worth has given him the number 1,160 spot on the Forbes list of billionaires in real time, and also the 2nd spot on the list of the youngest billionaires. He was initially the youngest billionaire as of 2021, but he has been overthrown by 2 new entrants. His wealth can be traced to his family's ownership of a drugstore chain. Drogerie Market, based in Germany, popular known as DM, is a drugstore that has a sales volume of about 13.6 billion euros and over 70,000 staff. DM has been one of the biggest drugstore chains in Germany since 2010. So it's no wonder the store raked in 9.92 billion euros in the 2020 to 2022 fiscal year. The store has over 2,000 branches in Germany alone, and it has also expanded its reach to countries outside the country and beyond Europe. The business has subgroups in Central and Eastern Europe, but the German group is not involved with them. They're only involved with businesses outside of Europe, and as a result, the company has managed to penetrate China, and with their large population, the business will definitely thrive. Since his entry to the Forbes list, although he is still one of the richest kids ever, his net worth has seen a drop. As the years have gone by, he came in with $3.3 billion to his name now. He is worth $2.7 billion. Although little to nothing is known about him and his father, sources claim that his father Gunther invested in DM some years ago and transferred ownership of his stake to his son in 2017. The stake is said to be 50 of the DM drugstore. Kevin wasn't given access to the funds as of 2017 because he was still 14 years old. But as soon as he was of legal age, his wealth was transferred from being managed by a trustee to his custody. As a result of this, he was ranked number 1 in the exclusive Forbes list of the world's youngest billionaires in 2022, 12 under age 30. Although he has come of age, he and his father are not involved in the running of the business. Well, they don't have to, as their money is steadily increasing for a company that brings in over $14 billion in annual revenue. It will take lots for Kevin's net worth to be drastically affected. The 21-year-old lives a low-key life, but maybe one day he will come to the limelight and be involved in the running of the company. Well, for now, all I know is that the kid has been offered a luxurious life on a platter of gold, and the next billionaires to have access to inherited wealth, but theirs was rather unexpected. Kim Jong-un and Kim Jong-min. Joining the Anderson sisters, these sisters have earned the entry on this list with a net worth of $1.3 billion each. They became billionaires after the death of their father in 2022. Their father, Kim Jong-ju, popularly known as Jae Kim, was the founder of Korea's largest gaming company, Nexon. Until his passing, he served as the chairman and CEO of NXT Corporation, the holding company for Nexon and a partner of the venture capital firm Collaborative Fund in New York. The Nexon company is a leader in the gaming industry and has spread its reach across different parts of the world like South Korea, the United States, Taiwan, and Thailand. They are responsible for publishing some of the most popular games we know like MapleStory, Dungeon and Fighter, Sudden Attack, and Cartwriter. His death meant that his children were going to inherit the bulk of his stake in the company. Each of them owns 31% of his stake in NXT, which is the largest shareholder in online gaming giant Nexon. At the time of his death, at the end of February of 2022, he was the third richest person in the country with an estimated net worth of $10.7 billion. Before then, Forbes ranked Kim as South Korea's 11th richest person with an estimated net worth of $1.6 billion. By the end of 2018, he was ranked 5th with a net worth estimated at $7.1 billion. Well, their father is not the only rich parent they have. Their mother is currently the 11th richest person in Korea and number 1,156 in the world today. According to Forbes, their mother Yoo Jung-hyun, just like her kids, has a 14% stake in online gaming giant Nexon through NXT and a net worth of $2.7 billion. Although not much is known about the children, one thing that is sure is that they're not involved in the running of the business. I mean, they are quite young and the passing of their father was a shock to them. Regardless of what the investor claimed that while they each hold stakes in Nexon, the eldest Kim previously stated that his children would not be handing control of the company after his death. Instead, in order to uphold the company's culture of fairness and transparency, management control will reportedly be given to seasoned employees. But in their absence, the mother is very much involved in the dealings of the business as she has been a worker in the company since 1995. She has been serving as their statutory auditor since 2010. The sisters may not be running the business, but hopefully they will take after their father's charitable ways with their billions. The children made their debut on the Forbes list of billionaires in 2023, ranking at number 1,275. The older sister is Young Man, who is just 21 years old, while her younger sister is 19, making her the joint youngest billionaire in the world. Neither of them were married and both live a quiet life. Clemente Delo. A net worth of $4 billion is good enough to put him on this last. The 19-year-old, who is the joint youngest billionaire in the world, is the joint heir to his father's company, Delphin. The death of his father in 2022 quickly changed his status to that of a billionaire. Just like his siblings, he is entitled to a 12.5% stake in his father's Luxembourg-based holding company, Delphin. Along with 6 of his siblings, he ranked number 818 on the Forbes list of billionaires in 2023, and he is currently number 733 in the world today. He made his first entry on the Forbes list of billionaires after inheriting his share of his father's fortune in 2022. He was 18 when this happened, making him the youngest billionaire in the world. He currently holds the record along with Cam. Although he is not involved in the operations of the business unlike some of his older siblings, his mother used to have a position in the company. She was the ex-wife of Leonardo Del Vecchio, and in the course of their marriage, she held the position of head of investor relations. The Delphin company, as we have seen in the course of this video, owns shares in Luxottica, Insure, Generali Banks, Mediobanca, and UniCredit Union. The company ranks number 262 on the Forbes Global. 2000 last was published in 2023. The Italian kid is one of the richest billionaires in Europe, and it might stay that way for a long time, seeing that his father's company is capable of bringing in $25.7 billion in revenue each year. That's just crazy. Not only that, the eyewear company that Delphin holds shares in has $64.6 billion in assets and $2.3 billion in profit as of 2024. Just like his siblings and most of the kids on this list, he keeps a low profile. Maybe someday will be in the public's eye because of his crucial role in his father's company. Well, Clemente Delo is the last of the billionaires under the age of 30. I'm sure you enjoyed the video. If you want to stay entertained, click on one of the cars on the screen to explore more exciting videos.